system, niggas can't get rid of me. Picture me backing down from niggas that's featherweight. One uppercut and I watch you levitate. Two-piece of man, then I watch them dissipate. Shutterworth to God, the nigga you love to hate. We back. Swag Science in the building. Alright, so I'm really anticipating this card right now with Swift going against Peterson and Lee versus Quillin. So I'm gonna jump right into it. First of all, I think this is the best PBC card that has really been put together since this whole inception. I think the turnout, as far as viewership is gonna be great. And the reason why, because I feel that both fights are interesting clashes of styles. Neither, bout has a guy that's like a spoiler, stinker type of boxer. Everybody kind of just goes for it. So I think we're gonna really see some good action in these bouts. But let's get into the more significant one with Swift and Garcia. I'm sorry, Swift and Peterson. First of all, I think Peterson, in a way, it's made for Danny Garcia. He's a come forward, aggressive, pressure fighter. He could box a bit, he has skills, but he's most effective when he's in your face, pressuring you behind a consistent jab and a heavy onslaught of body punches. I know a lot of people are suggesting that Peterson tries to get on his back foot and box, but he's not really effective that way. You see what happened when he tried to do that with Lucas Matisse. He tried to do that little cute boxing shit and he got his equilibrium sent to the bushes. So I think he just really needs to smother Garcia and just be in his face, ripping body shots and counter punches. And whenever Garcia tries to engage him, just kind of set the distance, get back a little and let Garcia reset himself. Because Garcia, he's really good on the inside as far as body shots. He's the harder puncher. He has a great left hook that he's known for. And I could see him hurting Peterson with that punch. And Peterson, he's a slow starter, but so is Garcia. So I really see a real great clash of styles in this fight. Garcia just needs to do what he's supposed to do. I don't think he should allow Peterson to get too much momentum, because once Peterson gets going, it's really hard to stop him. If you remember the Kendall Holt fight, Holt boxed good for like the first 3 rounds, but he really couldn't stop Peterson or really minimize the damage he was taking in that fight. And once Peterson got going, he just walked all over dude. And you don't want that to happen when you're going against Peterson. So Garcia needs to establish his power early, make him feel like it's a bad thing to stay in close, and just outbox and just take the fight to the distance. I believe this fight could end in a knockout, but I almost really see it going the decision, going the distance, and both guys being buzzed or stunned, maybe even dropped or hurt. But this looks like a action distance fight to me. I really feel like Garcia could pull away, and he needs a great performance against a top level dude, because it's been like a real long time, like a real hot minute that Garcia's beat someone that we could be like, what, this is a good win. And Peterson, he needs a top level win as well, because Peterson, anytime he steps up to a top level guy, he's either struggling, he wins close, or he loses. That happened in the Bradley fight where he got dropped and outboxed soundly. The Victor Ortiz fight, I felt he lost that, but he got a draw. The Khan fight was close. I felt he won that shit, but it was a real close, could go either way type of fight. And I feel Garcia's the favorite in this, and he should be able to win. But he can't fight stupid. He has to do his thing and stick to the game plan. And he has a real bad habit of fighting behind his opponents, allowing them to get off first and back him up. So he doesn't need to, fight that way. I think he needs to start quick, establish his power, and, just take it from there. Now the co-feature, with Lee and Quillin, this is like a crossroads bout with two guys who are basically on the same level. They both struggle with lesser fighters or guys on their level, and that's real telling about their ceiling and their potential in the game of boxing. But you know what, it's real hard to really pick a winner for this one. I'm really stuck on this because Lee could get thrashed and he could get his ass whooped. He'll be getting that work, but then he comes behind with that knockout power, that right hook. Quillin, he just, kind of is just there, and his power will show up sporadically. But then, a guy like Rosado will push him to the edge. So this is a real hard fight to pick. Lee looks like he has the shakier whiskers. His chin seems worse, but his focus seems a little better than Quillin. Whereas Quillin, he'll look good one moment, then he'll fight to his opponent's level the next, and he's not blowing guys out like he should. But I think Quillin's a little tougher in the chin department. But I don't think he's really fought the type of punchers that Lee has fought. Because think about it. Quillin avoided the Corabo fight, and Lee took that. Was getting that work, but he came back and won. The same thing with the, I think it was the Jackson fight too. It was on the undercard of the Cotto Martinez fight. Lee was getting that work, and he comes back with a highlight KO. So he has hearts, he got guts. I don't think he needs to put himself in a position where he needs to come back. But if it happens, it happens. I think he just needs to start out fast like Peterson, because I feel he might be the slight underdog in this bout. And it's real hard to really make a prediction on guys who spend their whole career underperforming and then rising to the occasion for big moments. It's kind of tricky with, predictions like that. But I'm leaning towards Lee in this fight. It's been a while since Quillin has really been impressive. And say what you want about Lee, his performances might not be impressive, but the end results are. Because he's coming back and knocking niggas out. So with that said, I feel like Lee could pull off another upset in this fight. But on the flip side, I wouldn't be surprised if he's trailing on all cards or whatever and he loses or gets knocked out. That's what makes it a good fight to me. Both guys are on the same level to me. Both guys have flaws. Both guys have power. That's what boxing's about. You don't have to have big level marquee fights all the time to get good, solid, entertaining fights. So hopefully this card delivers, and we'll see. But at the end of the day, my official predictions are Swift by decision in a competitive, exciting, entertaining fight, and Lee by decision as well. I think we're gonna see 2 decisions, and maybe somebody get dropped or hurt in the process. So once again, Garcia by decision and Lee by decision. HoodAllStars.com. 1.